Steven Universe was without a doubt one of the most successful and beloved shows that aired on modern Cartoon Network. The show ran for 6 seasons and was on the air for almost 7 years, if you're including the future arc. With all this in mind, I'm rather embarrassed to confess that I've never watched the show. Alright, let me rephrase that. I'm not completely blind to the show. It's more like I've never watched it regularly. I've given the show a few tries in the past. However, around the same time I discovered the show, I also stumbled upon Gravity Falls, and I got more hooked on that show instead. And once I finished Gravity Falls, I realized I was so far behind on the show and struggled to find a chance to catch up. But I digress. So a few weeks ago, I gave the show another chance. Although I decided to skip the first couple episodes and jump over to Peridot's debut. And from there, I started slowly getting into the show. With that in mind, why do I claim I've never seen the show? Well, it's because I didn't really start watching the show until after I checked out the movie. This all started when I found a copy of the movie at my local Target, and out of complete curiosity, I decided to buy it, check it out, and see how it held up. So what was it like for a guy to watch a movie that's part of a show he originally knew little to nothing about? How did the movie feel for a real first time watching this franchise? And after exactly a whole year, no less? Let's find out! So the movie takes place a few years after the show's previous installment. And by the look of things, not much has changed. Besides Steven's appearance and his new connection with the diamonds, everything else looks just about the same. Greg, Sadie, Connie, even the gems, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, Spinel, and wait, what? Who?
Well, let me get a look at the menagerie.
So, yeah. This is the movie's villain, Spinel. She comes wielding a scythe and a giant drill that can give Dr. Evil a run for his money.
That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends.
Okay, I'm not gonna glide over this. She's one of the best characters I've seen in this franchise. There are so many things I love about her. She's got a charming voice, her songs are some of the best in the movie. She's also very flexible and energetic, which just makes her more fun to watch. Now I'm starting to see why so many people were comparing her to the average Cuphead boss. She's got great motivation for both a villain and a character in general. And holy crap, she is so adorable! No matter how intimidating the designers tried to make her look, I couldn't help but give out at least one daw for whatever scene she's in. And I mean whatever scene. It's not until later at the beach house when the gems start coming back, but not in the way anyone was expecting.
Don't you recognize me?
Well, I certainly recognize my Greg Universe.
So that's what Spinel's scythe can do. It didn't kill the gems, just reset their memories. And supposedly it drains Steven of his powers. But I'll go more into that later. The Pro introduces all the gems via song. And some people may say the reintroduction is rather unnecessary, but for newcomers like me, it actually works as an advantage. So a hefty portion of the movie is used to restore the gems, which Steven manages to. And in order, Amethyst was restored first, then Pearl, and last Garnet. But to be honest, I kinda had a feeling she was gonna be the hardest to restore anyway. I mean, come on. Not only did she have to be restored, but merged too. Oh my! It seems Steven decided to take the Judge Doom approach. But thankfully, it doesn't end up that dark. Oh hey, welcome back Sadie. So for the sake of saving time, we're not just gonna put Spinel's restoration in the song, but her backstory too. 2 birds, 1 stone if you will. All joking aside, I found this to be the best song in the movie. It helps explain Spinel's relationship with Pink Diamond, while remaining at a decent length. And not only that, it sounds gorgeous! The tune, Spinel singing, everything!
I'll show you how it's done.
So, now that almost everyone's back to normal, maybe the gang can take down Spinel's injector.
Alright, I'll wash my hands. Thought this was gonna be the end of the movie? Are you kidding me? We still got 20 minutes to fill. Thankfully, the 20 minutes are put to good use. Garnet finally turns back to normal, and we get an amazing fight scene with another great song.
This widow pity went to market. This widow pity stayed home. No. This widow pity had roast beef.
Oh, as for Steven's powers, supposedly they weren't fading because of Spinell's scythe, but it's because he's forgotten how much he's changed since the beginning. So the story wraps up with Spinell surrendering, Steven finds out how to fix the damage, and the diamonds arrive, to which Spinell reunites with them. And with one more reprise and a short stage performance, Steven Universe comes to a close. Until the future arc. Just for a few final notes, I'm honestly surprised by how much I enjoyed this movie, and even more surprised I've been pushing the show away for as long as I was. Even though I still prefer Gravity Falls, this show looks like it might be worth more of a watch. Personally, I like the new design they gave this older Steven. Maybe it's the jacket. I've always been a bit of a jacket guy, so that's probably it. The songs were enjoyable, the story felt new but still understandable, and speaking of which, I now have a better understanding of these characters. So in conclusion, I'd say this was a fairly decent movie, and an enjoyable first experience with the show. I'll most likely go on watching the rest, and possibly a future arc. Feel free to let me know if there are any good episodes you'd recommend, or bad episodes I should look out for. Well, thanks for watching, and Arriva see ya!
Right here, right now, I'll love again. I've already found someone.
Just let us adore you.
Today,
Come live
right
with us
here,
in the
right
past.
now,
There's a room waiting for
I'll
you.
love again.